Thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe. In a couple weeks, I'm divorcing a narcissistic demon nightmare. So not much in the mood for Aphrodite's Day yet. I'm working on cutting out the old fear. Thank you to my #1 fan for understanding. You know, I'm walking a tight wire. When you're living with a maniac, you walk a tight wire, and it's complicated beyond, mind-boggling how you don't even realize how intertwined you're with somebody until you're trying to unintertwine. The phone. I don't have a car, but thankfully, one huge thing that happened this week, huge, is my uncle and cousin agreed to sell me my uncle's old truck when I get there. And I am just so fortunate to be blessed with supportive friends, even though I can hear the tiredness in their voice and their responses. They're just tired of hearing it. I bought a rail pass. It's terrifying. And I never used to feel this way, but I've been with this person 11 years. 11 years of, eroding my confidence, eroding, and I'm a strong person. But I think anybody who's actually lived with one of these demon monster masters of manipulation understand they do something to you. You literally feel like I'm stuck. I'm one heartbeat away from, though. I have August 11th as my day of walking out. I got my bags packed finally. I got my Amtrak ticket. I have a destination. Thank my ancestors, I've got money. There's just some little tiny things. Well, they're not really tiny, but you have to be ready to flee when you finally start. Like this morning, I told him I bought a rail pass. You have to wait until the last possible minute because they are dangerous. Okay, he's already threatened me. He's already been physical with me, pushing me around. I've called the police on him twice, and they've done nothing because he doesn't leave any marks. He grabs me by my hair, he pushes me, but nothing that leaves marks. And the police won't do nothing unless you have marks on you. What do? You endure. And I've endured for 6 more long, horrible months, but it's thankfully I finally got everything in a row and I'm ready to flee. Flee! And believe me, I think no matter what kind of relationship you've been in, there's always, I'm in this limbo, this like right at the door, one step away from finally saying hasta la vista for good. But I know if I leave without shutting the cable off and getting the cable box, he won't do it. And then I'll be stuck with a $200 cable box bill. And of course, yeah, every day I spend here, I'm aware I'm in danger. But luckily, I've told him, and he's seen me texting away with my friend Jamila. My friend Peggy calls me every Sunday. I've made him aware. I reminded him if I disappear, there are people that will notice. The thing that's really hard about this situation is everybody is at the closest relatives I have are in Tyler, Texas, 1,500 miles away, and he has definitely taken advantage of that over the years. He's definitely taken advantage of that because it's like if I had someone today to come pick me up and drive me to the train stop, I'd be there. But I don't. I don't have anybody to help me get the cable box to the cable company. I'm here alone physically. Thankfully, I've had a lot of moral support. It means a lot to me. And my favorite fan, I appreciate everything you're doing, but please don't pressure me, or I can only take this in baby steps. Because one of the other problems over the years is I get overwhelmed and I shut down. Like I said, my ex-husband has pulled a mind trip on me. And I can't wait. One of the things I'm going to do when I get out, you feel like you're in prison. You feel like you're like under house arrest. You're like a prisoner of war. A war for your freedom. I am definitely going to be doing some volunteer work for the Domestic Violence Center because until you've experienced the complete mind trip, these psychos, they have a power and they abuse it. They do on you. It's just, you can't explain it. You can't. Nobody understands unless you've experienced. But I am there. Believe me, like I said, if I had one person I could call here to come get me right now, I'd be out the door now. But I'm stuck waiting, waiting for a few more days if I can tolerate it. I actually got sick this morning of the anxiety, and then when I was talking to him, I told him, which, like I said, it's the hardest part of these relationship is you have to do everything incognito because they start getting squirrely and you don't know what they're going to do. So you have to do everything like he can't even tell that I've been packing because I'm doing my best to not take, I can't take everything, but I've been doing my best to hide all the stuff I've packed. Mailing boxes to my friends and family, but I've had to do it incognito. So now I finally told him this morning because he had his, the narcissist smirk gives him away. I said, I bought a train ticket. You bought a train ticket? Yeah. And then, oh yeah, Mr. Squirrely comes out. And I'm like, oh God. So here's some tips to know when you're with a narcissist. You can feel it. They make you afraid. They make you afraid. You can just listen to your gut. And then, now, I'm glad he did this because it's a reminder of what kind of sicko I'm living with. He took my Shell gas card out of my wallet and put it in my business card box. And then has the gall to say to me, are you sure you didn't forget and did that? I forgot that I took my credit card out of my wallet and put it in my business holding, my little business card holding box? I said, absolutely not. Oh, absolutely not. I go, okay, thank you for reminding me why I'm leaving you. And of course, I know every time I say these kind of things and do these kind of things, I know I'm taking a chance. I am. But thank you for reminding me what a nightmare you are. Trying to mine that's what they do. Okay? If you know, don't second guess yourself. Why would I take my Shell gas card out of my wallet and stick it in the middle of my business card holding box? I mean, why would I do that? F you. So trust yourself, because that's what they do. They try, this is another one. There's many reasons I'm leaving. I'm leaving because I know I have better chances of joy and happiness outside. And I'm already noticing that I'm getting to the point where I can barely make decisions. Okay? And there's nothing to be ashamed of. After 8 years of being a POW, you're going to have some post-traumatic stress. Nothing to be ashamed of. You fell in love with a monster. And they are masters of wearing two faces. They all should get Academy Awards because everybody thinks, what a nice person, oh, la, la, la. But on the inside, they're rotten to the core. Monsters. They mind F you. They isolate you. You never go anywhere. If you spend any money on yourself, you're punished. Once he made sure I didn't have a car anymore, that was the first layer. And then my dad died. Then my cousin died. Then my uncle died. All the people around me died. I'm 50. So everybody in my family is older than me, just about. There's like one or two that are way younger, but nobody's here anymore. Nobody's here anymore. And then this crap, which if I retaliate, he's made sure to let me know he'll call the police too, which I've called the police on him twice. I know I've mentioned that, but it just makes me so sick that I know if I retaliate, if I scratch him, he's going to call the police on me. Anyways, I'm facing my collie, and that's the hardest thing to do. So be proud of yourself, because you know in your heart and soul when you're going to walk out the door. Even though, like I said, I know the last week, well, I've had to do this all under the radar. I've had to get all my credit cards paid back off. I've had to take out personal loans. I wound up sick for 2 months, which is because of this. But I fought back. Thankfully, that's, not a problem. But that's many reasons. One of the many reasons I'm leaving is I can feel it. Like this morning when I was stuck talking to him, it's like they're emotional. They're vampires. Not the good kind either, my friend. You know who I'm talking to. There's good vampires and there's bad vampires. He's a bad one. They literally suck the life out of you. It's like he's trying to get his last meal before I'm gone. Oh. And so, next week, When I make my next video, it's probably going to be from the train. So I'm getting excited. I'm working on getting over the fear because it's like I have to remind myself, okay, well, yes, the unknown is, but I have a lot going for me. I have a lot going for me. And remember, and I tell myself, no matter what happens out there, you know what's going to happen. Excuse me, here. And I'm in danger here. And like I said, that's something you can't describe to somebody that hasn't been through it, is this mind games that they play with your mind. They have an ability to mess with your mind. So it's okay. It's all right. Don't beat yourself up. They've done that enough. They have beat you up enough. So, more, you know in your heart and soul when you're in an abusive relationship. Another huge sign, I swear, but of course, why would they need to sleep when they're sucking the life out of you? But they all have the ability, because I've talked to other survivors, many of them have experienced sleep abuse. They will keep you up all night long. And they don't seem to need to sleep. They can go for days. And it's torture, especially when they know you have things, you got to go to work, or they know when you're on your way out the door, and they will do everything they can to stop you. That's why it's so hard. Trying to do everything at the last minute. Try it. Try saying, I got to get a phone. I have to turn off the cable, the water. I got to pay off my credit card. I have to find a place to live. I have to get a vehicle. It takes time, but the time is over. I've done it all, or as much as I can. One of the things I took the risk of telling him was this morning, we got a lot to do. What do you mean? I said, well, I got to put the cable in your name, the water in your name. Oh, I said, I bought a train ticket. And he's like, and of course. So I'm burning another black candle because I've got to get rid of this fear, because I think some of it's him, because there is the dark side of energy, and I wouldn't be surprised because he's cut my hair in my sleep too. I've woken up with a chunk of hair missing. He's probably doing some black magic on me. I don't know, but he's definitely been able to mess with my mind. And I'm reminding myself, no fear. And what am I need to be afraid of being here any longer. And then I told him, I said, I'm afraid of you. Oh, why are you afraid of me? Oh my God. That's the thing. The total being able to do insane stuff and then look you in the eye and just deny it. Oh, and lie. Anyways, oh my God. I can't wait to be my next video on the train. Look up. Also, what has helped me a lot is I started looking up self-help videos. Queen Bee, Angie Atkinson, I love her. She went through it too. Her videos have helped me so much. So stay strong, and remember, it's okay to take your time, but like I tell my friend, my biggest fan, could be the love of my life. We've known each other for a long time. Baby steps, because I'm repeating this over and over because people do not understand the mind effing you get in these relationships. They paralyze you. It's like they subliminally message you to the point where I took 3 hours to pick out a phone. And I kept having to tell myself, okay, this is not brain surgery. You are capable of making decisions by yourself. You are capable. Take those baby steps. Just keep taking those baby steps, and you're going to be out the door. Thank you for watching.